Hey guys. Okay, so Karrie Evenson, obviously. I don't think I need to keep introducing myself. So we are on day one of our creative journal entry, and I'm going to basically talk to you about what we're going to do. So each day I'll pick a topic and just almost kind of like a thought that I want you to think about. And then I just want you to create something on the page that represents that thought, topic, your feelings, and not really worry about it being perfect. So, because literally, this is not going to be perfect. You're going to see me create some funky stuff. And it's just like if you think about when you're writing a journal, are you really writing so everyone can see it? I mean, in this case, everyone in the group's seen it, but you know, you're just kind of jotting your thoughts down, right? Your feelings. And think about writers that have to do a lot of brainstorming. They're just writing ideas down. And that's kind of what this is going to be like. And it's going to help us sort through our creative thoughts and figure out our creative process. And hopefully help us work on, you know, embracing that. So the first entry is going to be about love, self-love. And I wanted to choose that topic because that's pretty much what everything's based on. You know, your entire life is based on your self-love, love for yourself. And you can tell how much someone loves who they are by how they treat themselves. And sometimes we need help with that. And I'm a firm believer in giving back and helping others. And that is my kind of medication for self-love. I love myself enough to want to help people because it helps me. So, very first thing we're going to do is I want you to write about something you love about yourself. And then I want you to write about something that you love about someone else. You can write as much as you want. You can write as little as you want. It can be one word. It can be two words. You can put if the person's your dad, your husband, your wife, whatever, or you can leave them out. And then after that, you're going to create around it. You're going to paint around it, draw around it, doodle, scratch, anything. You could take a 1 page or 2 pages. This is, for our first entry, going to be very simple. And then as you get used to it, you can do more things. We'll be using like collage and Mod Podge, you know, stuff like that. Glue. I love glue, stamping. And I might do a little stamping here too. I have this little kind of crisscross stamp I like to do, and I have some little letter stamps. I've also got brushes, water, ink, charcoal, and some paint. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I just kind of put a few things out just to kind of pull from. And so we're just gonna play around and see. So get ready and take a few seconds, get your stuff prepped, and then hit pause, and then come back to me, and let's get going, okay? Okay, so I'm using my laptop computer so that I can just easily upload this to YouTube. Otherwise, if I use all my other cameras, I've got to, like, you know, edit, put 2 cameras together, and it's a long process. To do this every day, we're gonna make it easy. So when I think about self-love, I think about what I've been through in my life, where I want to be, the kind of person I am now at this moment, and the kind of person I want to aspire to be, and the kind of person I want to work on every day. And sometimes some days are better than others. I think about my family, and I think about my children, and I want to always make sure that I try to set an example of loving myself enough that they can see that and love themselves just as well. So for me, some of the things that I love about myself, or one of the things and I just am gonna pick one because I can name quite a few that I love about myself, and that's not anyone bragging, that's not somebody being conceited, that's truth, that's real, that's raw. Being able to say what you love about yourself shows that you love yourself, and respect yourself, and that's a good thing. So I'm going to write that I love my brain. All right, so I'm going to put it up here at the top, the date, which is the 6th. Okay, and I'm going to put day 1. Then I'm going to put my title. All right, now you can write it however you want. I am just kind of an easy girl here, but if you want to stamp it, you want to paint it, you want to do all kinds of fancy schmancy stuff with it, go right ahead. So today I'm going to write what I love. I love my brain. And why? I love the way that I think, my thought process. As scattered as it is and crazy and just off the wall, I really am grateful for it, because had I not loved my brain or my thoughts enough, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today for a living, and I am so grateful for that. So I love my thought process and my ideas and my craziness. And what I love about someone else in my life: courage. And why do I love their courage? Brave, their strength, and their heart. Okay, so that is my little entry. Now, you can write yours strictly at the top and maybe even save the rest for your art, or you write it anywhere you want. I'm going to create all over my page. This is my way of, how I do things. However, you do what you feel is right for you. So if you want to just write on the top half and create on the bottom, or write later after you create, you can do that as well. So now my next goal is to just flow. And what I mean by that is I'm just going to start picking some colors. And I just put out some random colors here. If I want more, I'll get more. And the first thing I'm going to do is just start kind of moving some color around on my paper here. So I'm not thinking too much. I'm just doing what is called intuitive. Now, intuitive just means you're just moving along, going with the flow. And I know that's hard for a lot of you because we all want perfection, but if you would just trust me on this and just really try to just embrace what is, supposed to be almost instinctual, what you need to be doing in order to just let this flow. Otherwise, you're missing the whole point in the project. But you'll get there. If you're not there, you'll get there. This is watercolor that I'm using right here. And if you're worried about your paint seeping through or anything, you could put like cardboard or plastic or a foam board underneath your paper. Okay, now I want to, this just came to my head. So I'm really just, what I'm doing right now, because I'm easing in this just like you guys are, is I'm just kind of going to start creating things that symbolize what I love about myself. And so I'm not too concerned about what's happening here, you know, as far as covering up my words, because I know what it says. This isn't for anyone. Remember, this is my journal. This isn't for anyone else. And so what I like to do is just kind of play around. And then when it dries, I can add more if I want. So what am I doing? Well, I'm just adding little things that kind of represent my brain. These question marks is my brain. I'm always questioning. I'm always, in a good way, not in an unhealthy way, but you know, I'm just always questioning, like, well, what if I do this? What if I try this? I'm a very curious person by nature, and so it's very easy for me to want to learn new things. If it's something I'm interested in, I will retain it like a sponge. And it's amazing how much information I actually know. Considering, and it's probably, I couldn't tell you if it's really useful or not, but I just know a lot of things about stuff that I find very interesting. One of them's nutrition, which you wouldn't guess because I seriously love eating sweets. But I'm interested in it, and so I learn a lot about it. I learn a lot about running, just anything that I find intriguing. And when it comes to art, well, that's a whole nother ball game right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of come in here, and now I'm just playing around. Maybe I'm going to come in with a little bit, I'm going to add some color. I want to come in with a bigger brush. And then maybe I want to take my pen. I have this little pen here, and I'm just going to come in and just start kind of playing around. This is just, you know, how I kind of work and how my ideas are formed, and sometimes I create better things than others. Sometimes I just do what I want. So basically, you get started on this. I'm going to finish up mine. I'll post the final finished product here when I'm done, and then we'll catch up. So go ahead and enjoy, have fun, don't stress about it, just play like you were a kid. And you know, make sure more than anything that you're allowing yourself to just go with it. So your job today is to think about the things you love about yourself and something that you love about someone else in your life. Write them down wherever you want, and then I want you just to create things that represent that. It can be anything. You want to collage something in there? Go ahead. You want to use charcoal, pastel, anything you want. That is your job today, to think about that. All right, I'm going to finish mine. You get started on yours, and then I'll post my pics here soon. See you guys.